Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's resume our complete beginner's guide to No Man's Sky, shall we? So, at this point in the kind of like opening portion of the quest for the main story, they want us to interact with the base computer archives and decrypt the signal we found at the space station. So it says archives terminated, select a new task, and we want to begin decryption. It starts decoding the information. Message follows. The traveler finds their wings. Fly to us and claim your place among the stars. All right. So we got a signal, and it's possible distress signal, and it's in that direction. And it says it's going to take, 10 minutes for us to get there, but obviously if we're using our trusty starship, we don't have to worry about that. But before I go to that, I do want to go back with us, okay, to the space station. Now, we've run out of power, sadly. So it looks like the power ran out, and I thought that the power wouldn't consume while I was offline, but apparently it did. So I'm going to put some power in here. And it says it's, this much carbon is going to last me 50 hours, but that must just mean real life hours, and we can get carbon easily enough. But before we explore, I do want to just warp back to the base. So we're currently, or the space station. I'm currently at this base. I'm going to go to space stations, and this is the one that we're at right now. And let's warp to the incompetent system sphere, because before we do the main quest, I want to walk through what's available here. There's so much good stuff at the space station. So first of all, I'm just going to kind of cover it as we get out of the teleporter here. There is this dude right here, the cartographer, and you can talk to the cartographer, and he gestures proudly at his databanks and his screen of geographical charts. And we can't really understand a lot of what he has to say, but we get the gist of it. Remember, as we learn the language specific to whomever we're speaking with, in this case Vikine, this will kind of fill in. So we can ask for help, we can purchase a random map for 15 nanites, or we can exchange specific charts. And what we can do is we can exchange charts. So if we have navigation data, we can purchase these kinds of charts, which will help us get to something. Like, so for example, if we're looking for a specialist, or we're looking for encrypted navigation data, or we want to find a commercial cartographic data, and this will find you a inhabited outpost. So this is an alien artifact site. This is a space station. Shows you a nearby planetary settlement. This helps you find drop pods, which allow you to upgrade your inventory in your exosuit. Like, you can get more spaces to carry stuff. So all of these are great, and you can buy these to help find whatever it is that you need. Right now, I'm not going to buy anything, but just keep this in mind. This is a way to exchange charts if we have any on us. And I'm going to go ahead and leave the cartographer for now. And next door to the cartographer is Envoy Zib. And Envoy Zib says, "Interloper, you bibbidi bobbidi." And he glares at me briefly, shaking their head. They seem to be a representative of the Guild of Mercenaries. Perhaps I could impress them by undertaking work from the mission listings agent. So right now, we don't have enough standing or kind of like reputation to interact with this person. So we could go next door instead and talk to the mission agent, like they said. And the mission agent is fantastic. You could kind of think of the mission agent, or at least I do, as like daily quests, where you can get just a whole bunch of different quests to do of various types to earn rewards. So he says, you know, their exact meaning is unclear, but it's apparent there's no work for me here. So we can't do this yet. We need to kind of wait for a moment to do mission stuff. And this is all from progressing within the game and on the main quest line and such. You can go in here if you want and, you know, check things out. There sometimes, yeah, you can search this and look at that. We got a little carbon. Oh, some nanites hiding over here, so why not? Look at that, 60 nanites just chilling. So you could find some stuff here. The other thing that's great about the space station is if you go up and you talk to like one of these people, just any aliens in here, the warrior, broad-shouldered and combative, issues forth a series of harsh barks. They stare at me, waiting for a response. Now you can give them a Vy'keen effigy as a gift, or you can practice language skills if you feel good about your knowledge of the language that they speak and you want to kind of do a more advanced interaction. But what you want to do early is just request dialect help, and they will help you learn a new word from the language that they speak. So in this case, it's Vy'keen, and they give you a choice. You can say, do I want mystery symbol, aggression, travel, or friendship? And of these, I try to choose which I think is the most helpful. I want friendship. So we just learned the Vy'keen word for help. You can do that once with each life form on the space station. And if you've learned it, it'll say visited underneath them. Like if you've already interacted with them and got something, it'll be like you visited this one. Now, in this case, though, we visited them, but we did it for the quest. And so it counted it as visiting because we talked to them. So I guess any interaction triggers the visited tag. It's not necessarily going to show you about dialect help, but I'm going to do dialect help again. And they're like, hey, let me help you out. And friendship, mystery, travel, or Vy'keen. I'll go with friendship again. And we've learned the word for power. And he does a little dance. Now if I try to talk to this guy again, he's like, what's up? And you see, it'll tell you right here, you can no longer request dialect help because it's once from each life form. So this is already learned, so you can just push circle to bounce out of it. Now, if you want, you can talk, you can get Corvex, you can get Vy'keen, whomever is here. You know, I don't see any Gek except for behind the booth right now, but there's lots and lots of aliens for us to potentially learn from if we want. Now, this is what's on this side. So you've got the cartographer, you've got the mercenary guild, you've got the missions, and then you also have the galactic trade terminal, as well as all of these aliens you can talk to try to get, give them gifts, build up your reputation with their faction, or you can just try to learn the language. And I'm just going to kind of run over here. And on this side, we get some different places to interact. So this merchant right here is like the black market merchant if you're looking for some kind of shady, questionable goods. Oop, there's some encrypted navigation data right there. Let's see if I can try to interact with that again. Did I get it? Here we go. So you see I just got some navigation data, which this is what you can exchange over at the cartographer. Now, this person helps with your multi-tool. They allow you to add slots and improve the class of your multi-tool. This person is all about... oh, there's some encrypted navigation data right there. Take it. Our starship. So we can boost up our starship here. This person does exocraft. And then this person does our exosuit. And this is where we want to go. So first of all, I'm just going to hold this and interact where it says suit upgrade. And it's saying, do you want to install a new suit slot? And they basically just, this is what a drop pod interface kind of looks like, except drop pods generally make you do a quest where you, and by quest, I guess it's kind of like a fetch quest. You just need certain components, ingredients to unlock the drop pod. But for this one, for the first one, they just give it to you for free. So just come to the space station and say, upgrade my exosuit, and you just freely get another slot on your exosuit, which is incredible. Then you could talk to this guy, and let's check this out. Look at this. What a pink tongue this guy has. All right. So we can purchase upgrade modules, and this is where things get really, really interesting. So you could see up in the upper left here, we have 264 nanites. These upgrade modules will cost nanites, and based on the rarity and what type of module, they cost more and more nanites. But for example, this movement module right here, it says a moderate upgrade for the exosuit movement systems. And if we install this, it's going to, we don't know what it's going to do, but it's grade C. The higher the letter, the better. You can see they do have S tier, which is like the, the ultimate that we can get here. A, B, C. So C is kind of, the worst that they have available, but it's cheap. It's 78 nanites. And it says here this can potentially improve jetpack tank capacity, jetpack fuel efficiency, and exosuit speed boost duration. And I love all of these for being able to use my jetpack longer, for being able to sprint longer, stuff like that. So in all honesty, I actually like this. I'm going to buy it. Just going to hold it down and purchase that. Then what else do they have here? They have thermal upgrades. They have shield module. Now they have a B rank movement module, which I'm also going to buy. I'm going to buy this, and that's all of my nanites right there. So this is why getting nanites is so fantastic, is that you can get these upgrades. Now, what do these upgrades do? Well, let's talk about it. By the way, here, there are two things that you can interact with. This is telling us about upgrade modules. It says upgrade modules improve a specific technology you have already installed. Each module is unique. Search out specific or rare modules at each space station. They're ready-made and require no crafting. So you use these and they basically turn on. Every core technology can support 3 upgrade modules. So what that means is like you can have 3 movement modules, but you can't have more. So if I were to get better ones, I could just kick out the ones that were bad and use my favorite combination of 3. Now these two kind of, I don't know what you call these, projection kiosks. This one lets you change your cosmetic appearance for your character, and this one lets you change the cosmetic appearance of your ship. And you can get more ways to do that. So you can like fully customize how you and your ship look at these kiosks here. So on this side of the space station, you've got exosuit, exocraft, starship, and multi-tool upgrades. Nanites are your friend here. And actually, look at this weapon terminal. Right here, you see that there is this particular multi-tool that they're offering, and it's called the Return of Zibarel, the 14, and it has, you can compare it to what you've got. So hold this down, and it says right here, for example, this is what we have. Our multi-tool is Class C, and it has 1,300 damage potential and a 200 scanner range, but it only has 8 slots. It's a pistol. This thing actually does way less damage currently, and it has only a slightly larger scanner range, but it has 23 slots and it's a rifle. So you can put more and more technology upgrades and systems onto this multi-tool, which is why it costs $2.7 million. But you can always exchange your multi-tool that you have currently and kind of trade it in and get a reduction in price based on the value. You see mine is worth $136,000. This one here is worth $2.7 million. Ouch, right? So it's something to shoot for. It's like we want that, we just aren't there. Now I'm going to go into my exosuit, and you're going to see that we have this movement module, and it says use square to begin the installation process. So I'm going to move it. Actually, you have to use it in your backpack here. Let's use it. And now we get Specialist Combustion Unit. And I'm going to drop it into my technology. And this thing gives me 114% bonus to our jetpack tanks. They recharge faster and they use fuel more efficiently. Now, you'll notice that my jetpack and the Specialist Combustion Unit, this thing is upgrading the jetpack effectively. And so things benefit or have synergy if they are in proximity. So like you see how these two systems are the same, or they share the jetpack icon. Because they're next to each other, they are outlined in yellow to kind of show that they are operating on the same system. Now, if I use this one, you'll see I get this diffuser. I'm going to put it right here. You'll see now these are all in yellow. This one gives us even more jetpack tanks, better recharge rate, and a 23% boost to our sprint distance. So these are aggregate, by the way. You're adding all of this up. So we've taken our jetpack tanks and multiplied them by like 2.5 at this point, basically. And we've boosted our recharge rate by 10%, and we can sprint further. So now, the reason I love to do this, from at least, you could pick whatever you want, by the way, to upgrade. I just love having more jetpack because we can fly longer, we can move around better on the surface. Here's the black market kind of supply dealer, and they're like, hey, there's no honor for the shopkeeper, but there's glory in the hunt. And you can ask what they're selling, and they say, freighters go missing, scavengers peek through the wreckage, and hey, we got that kind of stuff. And we also have information, so you can purchase that. And we can, say, purchase old scrap, and you could see that they have contraband. So this stuff is like suspicious, it's contraband, and you need to have tainted metal to purchase it with. So I'm not going to buy any of this stuff for the moment, but it's interesting to see that and what's available. And that's it. That is what the space station has got for us. So, there's more encrypted navigation data. There's some nanites for us, so let's go pick up nanites. You see these, like, little cubes and things? That is usually your queue. Yep, this blue one, all of this is just free stuff. So just walk around the space station and just loot everything that you see here that you can. We already did loot that one. They just kind of rise up in the air and sit back down. All right, perfect. Oh, this one we need to loot. And we got some more nanites. Now this one has some people inside, or some aliens inside, and these are actually extracted nanites, usually specialists. There's another galactic trade terminal here, by the way, that you can get to on this side of the space station as well. These are Vy'keen at arms, this is a merchant, and this is a guard. So usually these are kind of specialists that you can acquire to work at your base when you get that option open, when you start making specialist terminals. We don't have that, so I'm just going in there. But remember, I'm just kind of doing this a little faster for the purposes of our tutorial, but you should talk to everyone to try to get more and more of a language unlocked. And this guy right here, you can talk to, and you can be like, what's up? And these don't teach you language, but you can say, hey, can we trade? So can we buy and sell stuff? Can I buy your starship, or can I recruit you to my squadron? Now, we don't have a squadron at the moment, but you can build up a cool fleet. I mean, that's how wild this game gets. All right, so we could go over here, and we could talk to this Vy'keen right here, this warrior, and be like, what's up, dude? And he says pathetic, and he wants something dead, and we're like, hey, dude, can you give me a new word? and we can ask, and technology is good. So now we learned the word for weapon. Yeah, that's a good one to have. Let me talk to this guy, this officer, and be like, dude, and can you help me out? And what can we learn? I'll do technology again, and we got multi-tool, so this is great. So now I'm going to go back to the space portal, or the teleporter. I'm going to go to my base, and I'm just going to say, hey, can you warp me there? Bam. So now we've done a kind of like a crash course on the space station. And what we're going to be doing early is, going back and forth there a lot, which is why we want to have this built and powered. It's so much more convenient. You can, and you used to have to do this for a long time, get in your ship, fly up into space, and fly directly at the space station to get there, but it would take forever. This way, we do things much faster. All right, we learned 15 words, so we're a scholar at this point. How about that? All right, I'm going to take off, and we've got about 50% thrusters left, and we're going to kind of right the ship and move this way. I'm going to go toward the distress signal. You could see it's only like 16 seconds away if I'm in my ship. All right. Now, I am going to kind of... Oh, that's right. This portion of the quest has you investigating a wrecked freighter. And this is just something that... I couldn't believe this when they added it to the game. But just... This was a giant ship that has kind of crash landed here. So we get to become like Rey in The Force Awakens and, salvage from these wrecked, massive freighter ships. Now, I'm going to go over here and actually get to the distress signal here. And it says, destination reached. They want us to land. And I'll land fine. And I'll get out. And they want us to use the target sweep feature. Now, of course, we know where we're going to go, which is, dead ahead to this crashed freighter, but let's just pretend we didn't know that. Now, you'll see I am able to use my jetpack for much longer than before. And let's see here. Anything I don't know about? They want me to go this way. Let's get some ferrite dust, I suppose. We're going to fly up here. And I'll just kind of fly over here. And I'm going to get this oxygen-rich plant. Always want oxygen. We'll go ahead and just blast this guy right here. This snapper. And get some more oxygen. Let's get that sodium. Dihydrogen's fantastic. I'll just kind of pick up a bunch of this by just blasting everything that we see. Beautiful. Amazing. All right. So our mining beam overheated right there, and that kind of happens. Let's go back to our... Here we go. We're finalizing the signal. Just aim at it until it fills up. And it says target located, and they want us to go right there. And we say, sure. Life support low. I'll just go ahead and recharge it right now. I'll use my gel. Bam. Overkill, but hey. Inventory slot freed up. Logs damaged. Parcel records available. The signal has led me to the wreck of a freighter. Colossal fragments of metal scattered across the landscape. Were these messages nothing but the misfiring circuits of a long-forgotten ruin? Nestled among the debris, I find the pilot's log blinking awaiting input. Let's request that log. Instead of displaying the ship's log, the terminal spits out a strange sequence of numbers. They're followed by a short message. The anomaly comes for the stars. Take flight. A schematic for a hyperdrive is attached to the end of the message. Take that blueprint. I pulled the blueprint from the computer, but this hyperdrive blueprint is for a conventional starship, not a freighter of this size. Someone placed this here after the crash, hoping it would be found. Alright, so now we're going to learn how to build us a hyperdrive, which will allow us to jump out of this system and go to other systems. It takes 125 chromatic metal, which we already have, and some microprocessors, which we're going to have to build or buy. Now they want us to salvage materials from the wreck. Okay? So we're going to install the hyperdrive for part of the quest. And I really think, like, remember, I've said this a few times, but no matter what you want to do in this game, the way that I understand it now, because I've booted it up many times and been playing several iterations of this opening tutorial many times over the years, if you want to get access to all the functionality and do more in this game, follow this quest for at least a while, because you're going to get a whole bunch of good stuff. And it's important you learn things, and then you can kind of do what you want. You could, of course, opt not to and just do what you want, but you're going to be hamstrung because you don't have everything unless you already know how to get it. So for now, they want us to install the hyperdrive, but what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to check out the logs, and the wreckage of the crashed ship yielded this, and microprocessors can be purchased at a space station terminal, refined chromatic metal from copper. Okay, so if I actually go into my inventory and I'm like looking at myself, and I click on something, yeah, I don't have the ability to craft microprocessors at all. We have to buy them at this point. But there are valuable things within the freighter itself if we wanted to find those. So, for example, over here in this room with this like red door, you can blast the damaged panel with your mining rifle, and these, which look exactly like the cargo storage crates that we can build eventually at our own base, which is super helpful to store things. You can run in here and just open these cargo pods, and there's like Facium, and this doesn't sell for very much. You can either destroy the blockage or just harvest it. I'll take it just because sometimes you never know, like, if it's going to be useful or not. I took everything, and now we got a bunch of nanites from in there, but that's it. Now you'll notice immediately next that by opening one of these, it causes a radiation spike. So when you open one of those cargo pods, there's a radiation leak that emits from them, and you see our radiation hazard protection kick in there. We took no damage. We're fine. Everything got filled back up, but it's just a good reminder that when you break one of those or open one, you need to just run away for a second. Okay. And let's go ahead and break this panel. And it doesn't happen until you open it. So we can kind of just blast holes in the side here if we want. And look around, and let's go ahead and open this. And put this in here and this in here. And immediately, once we get it, we're going to get some nanites, and we're just going to run out of here. And it spiked up, but we were able to escape. Now, they want us to move the ship over. So you can call your starship with navigation data, or you can just push down and summon vehicles and just bring your ship right here. And it just kind of comes in and lands. You know, we're like Boba Fett, just summoning the ship to us. And they want us to install the hyperdrive. So let's go ahead and go to our starship. And it's flashing right here. Let's push X. And let's click on the hyperdrive. And then we already have the chromatic metal, so let's use it. And then we need microprocessors. All right. So they want us to purchase these. And it says making money. Here we go. Sell items on the Galactic Trade Network. Find trade terminals in space stations, outposts, and shops. This is another reason why the teleporter is just so good in our base to go to the space station whenever we need it. We can sell stuff immediately. So they're saying you can mine precious metals from asteroids in space or find them on planets. The mission board is a good place to go. So let's go see about the mission board entry. And we can install an economy scanner on our starship to gain access to the economic data in the galaxy, then plan trade routes. Farming can be lucrative, and Quicksilver is a unique currency that may be exchanged for special collectible items, which we can do at the space anomaly, but we haven't gotten there yet. So, honestly, of these, okay, I'm going to blast my way through here. This is already blasted. I really believe that the best way, or one of my favorite way, to just make money early. There's a variety of ways to do this. You can do some exploitative things with alien eggs and stuff like that, but honestly, you know, the thing that I've really found useful is, let's see, is there anything else that we missed here? Any cargo pods? Yeah, there's one right here. So I'm just going to tag this cargo pod on this side of the ship and go to it. It's just free nanites. Nanites are great. We can get some more tech stuff. The best way to make money is buried technology module. It's like we need them and you make money anyway. Now, you could see that there's a cargo pod below us. So if we want to get to this, we're going to need to just see if we can mine to it. And there it is down there. So sometimes they fly out of the ship and they're just like, you know, embedded in the ground like this. We're just going to go ahead and put this in our inventory, put this in our inventory, and we're just going to start flying away as fast as we can. Okay. Actually, did that give me... Did I get the stuff? No, I didn't actually get it. Okay. We got a salvaged frigate module. Oh, that's nice. Alright. So we escaped. Now, for the quest, actually, in the bottom right, it's telling you it's going to take exactly 137 credits, 137,500 units to purchase the microprocessors that we need. And we could just do... Oh, there it is. Look at that. Okay, we got to get to this. I can't leave this. That means there's a cave nearby that has the final life form that we're looking for. It's like right under here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just dig, see if we can get to it. And let's see, where is it? There it is. All right, let's see if we can figure out how to get there. All right, actually, I'm going to fly out. And fly up. It's like right there under the ground. All right. Interesting. This is worth it because if we can get to this, it's just going to be such a big boost of a reward for us. So I want to try it. So we'll just mine down and let's see. Can I find you? Oh, there's two of them. Okay, and sometimes this operates a little in a wonky way. It's fine, we'll try to figure out if we can get there. They might be actually in the ship, now that I think about it. Yeah. I'm not having the best of luck. Okay. Now, something kind of cool, too, is even if your backpack is running low, if you are on the edge, you can kind of climb up just about anything, even if you're it looks like you're technically out of fuel. They usually let you continue just powering up. All right, where is that red dot? Did I lose it? That would be sad. There it is. All right. So we need to see if we can figure out a way inside this ship. And I'll go over here. No, that doesn't look good. Let's just see if there's a front door to this thing. You gonna let me in? Doesn't look good. Alright. Sometimes you can go around these things. And let's see. Are there any more cargo pods there here? Yeah, there's one right here. Let's just get this one. A technology module can be harvested from the remains of a starship. And useless in its current form, a research station aboard your freighter may be able to convert it into usable technology. However, we can also sell it for 95,000 units, which would be more than we need. So I think at this point, it might be in our interest just to sell it. Alright, so you have to kind of clear this away until you can find the door to the module, or the cargo pod, I should say. And let's see, where are you? Oh. Kind of fly up here. Alright, fine. We've reached a destination. Alright, fly up. Fly up. There it is. That was hard to find. Got it. Alright. Take it. Take it. What do we get? Oh, okay. Try it again. Whoa! User... Yeah, we just got 70,000. Alright, how about that? So... that's why these things are always great to just look through. If you find a freighter, you want to completely explore it, and you can use your analysis visor like we're doing to find these pods. Sometimes you blast through the doors like we've seen. Other times you have to actually, dig. And we got a new milestone there. Alright. Well. Oh, right. You have to just blast through it. There we go. There's the cargo pod there, but we're going to need to try to kind of clear it up. There we go. So I had to switch to my mining beam to get through the hull of the ship there. And we're getting some nanites. And so the 20 nanites is kind of like a little paltry compared to, what we're used to, but that's alright. Here's another pod right here. Try to get this thing out. There it is. Got another module. So, I mean, honestly, we have plenty of money. So I was like, well, we can go, get these buried technology modules, which we still can. But at this point, we've got plenty. And we can try to go to the top of the ship if we wanted. Let's just make sure there's no more pods around here. You could see that this is not like where it is a reinforced steel that's broken that we can just shoot through, you know, to get to what we're looking for here. It's not happening that way. No, can't get out that way. Charge this up with silica powder. There we go. Alright, fine. Alright. These starships can be a little bit wonky, but that's okay. Let me just see if it's cold right here. I need to recharge my life support. Oh, no, Joe. Use the oxygen. Fine. Alright. Alright. And you could see that this ship is enormous, but not easily letting us inside. Alright, so this is the guy. We finally found him. He was not underground. He was above ground. And he's really scary. He looks like a giant praying mantis. So that was interesting. I thought for some reason, let me go to Discoveries. Right here. The final thing that we needed to find, I thought it was underground. This guy. Underground, but yeah, this is the guy we found. I mean, geez, look how upsetting this guy is. But he wasn't underground. He was just on the surface. So that really confused me. But now we have all 7. And we get a 1,750 nanite bonus if we hold to do that. And then now, I'm just going to upload all this. So you get some nanite clusters for these two. I'm going to upgrade everything that we found. I'm going to keep the randomly generated names and upgrade upload all this stuff. And then now look at us. We have 1,900 nanites, which we can spend, which is phenomenal. I'm going to fly over here. And we got naturalist because we discovered all the species on the planet. That was great. Go over here, get on the ship, and I'm actually going to lift off. And that's all my launch thrusters. But that's okay. I'm going to go back to my base. Let me just kind of find my house here. There it is. So they want us to go to the space station to purchase the microprocessors, which we can do. And the easiest way for us to do that is just to land right by our base. Now you can go to other galactic trade terminals, like if you can find one on this planet, there's like trading outposts and things like that. Or, you know, some habitats have them inside. But for us, we'll just go back to the space station. And I'll select it right here. Go. All right. And here we go. I'm going to go ahead and actually go to sell. And I'm going to sell things from my own inventory. And you can see how, you know, if I actually decide to sell these frigate modules, I'm going to get a ton of cash. And I'm going to sell them. And then now we're up to 345,000 cash. And we can easily buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 microprocessors. just like that. Now, if there's anything else that we need, like a wiring loom, which we will eventually, we can buy that here, or just metal, whatever it is that we might want to buy. But I like having cash, and we are good to go over here. We don't need to refine chromatic metal. We got it. We upgraded our merchant status there. I'm going to get in, and I'm going to go ahead and just click on the hyperdrive and install the microprocessor like that. And now the hyperdrive is done. And at this point, auto diagnostics report, hyperdrive successfully installed. Hyperdrive fuel status empty. My hyperdrive's complete. Perhaps I really will find answers out there amidst the stars. But without warp cells, I'll be going nowhere. I need to find a source of antimatter. Let me turn my scanner to antimatter. And they want us to basically go out into space and search for antimatter so we can build warp cells, which is the separate fuel that you need to jump to different systems using your hyperdrive. And we'll get into that next time. Everyone, this is a good place to stop the episode. We've explored the space station, talked about the different merchant stations. We've examined a crashed frigate on the planet, and we have found all of the fauna on a planet. We've upgraded our exosuit in terms of inventory and put on some technology modules, and we're rocking and rolling. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you're still finding this series to be helpful and fun. Take care.